Hi everyone, my name is Dominique. I'm French, as you can guess from my accent, so pardon me for that. But I was born and raised in France, but I've lived in many parts of the world. And since the last 23 years, I've been spending a lot of time in Singapore and Malaysia. Today, I've just completed the first level of the master course of the Awaken, the Divine You, and I will try to share a bit of this program with you. When I first pushed the door of the golden space in Malaysia about a year ago, I was merely looking for some meditation classes to help me cope with some exceptional stress I was facing in my life. It was as if I was arriving at the third crossroad in my life. And I found myself a few months later to sign for the Awaken the Divine course. And now after 3 retreats, I think that I'm really filled with joy to see how much I've changed, how much I've gotten stronger when actually all the difficulties I was facing last year would have put me down. So what I would like to share with you today is that it's a great program, but one should know that it's not an easy path to follow. The first thing I would say is that it requires a lot of discipline to be on that path, to try to work on yourself and to make progress with all the meditation techniques that the course provide, or the Golden Space provide. The second thing I would like to say is that it requires, and that's the most important I think, a lot of trust in Master Umesh, but also in the program itself and whatever the Golden Space provide. To be honest with you, I'm still not very permeable to a lot of esoteric sciences that are around this program or at the Golden Space. But with an open mind and open heart, I'm starting to realize that I can benefit from a lot of things that I can't explain. So one should know also that you need a lot of patience. Things don't progress like this. You do sometimes 1 step back, 2 steps backward, 3 steps forward. It's an emotional journey as well, and you have to be very, very patient. So you might say, then, if it's so difficult, why did you do it? I would say that I did it because I felt the changes in me quite rapidly, and I would like to talk to you about the little voice. When I talk to friends or relatives or people with whom I have the chance to talk about existential aspects of life, almost everyone would agree that we all have this little voice inside that will tell you sometimes what to do when you have a difficult choice to make or decision to make, or that will also tell you that, hey, don't you feel guilty about what you've just done? So, that was given to me by my grandmother that did my religious education. But to be honest, until now, it's not something that I was tapping into very often. So now that I finished this master level, I would say that the greatest benefit I had is that imagine that this little voice can grow in your heart and help you cope with difficulties in your heart, in your life. Imagine that you can actually give so much space to this little voice that it can occupy a new dimension that is completely in parallel with the dimension in which you live your daily life, that is full of ego. And then, one more time, give me 2 minutes. And imagine that this dimension is a dimension where you can spend more time so that you can understand who you are, understand what you're doing in this life, on this planet Earth, understand that you can spend time with yourself and be happy with yourself. And I'm sure that that's something you might be interested in, discovering yourself. And that's what the Awaken the Divine You program has given me. And I cannot be thankful enough to Master Umesh, but also to all the fantastic brothers and sisters that have been here with me on this journey so far and have been holding space for me. I know it was too long, but sorry. That's what I wanted to share with you. Thank you.